Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video that I haven't done for a really long time, and it used to be pretty popular. People used to ask me to do them, and this is my fragrance battle series. So this is where I take perfumes that have some sort of a similarity and I pit them together, put them against each other, and tell you which one I prefer, which one I would choose if I could only pick one, what some of the main differences are. So I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts about certain perfumes that a lot of people have been asking me about. So I'm going to share a lot of those with you in today's video, and also just some other random ones that I thought would be really fun to compare, and I hope that you enjoy. So if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we talk mostly about perfume. We also sometimes do a little bit of decluttering and minimalism, so if that is your thing, make sure to head on down and hit the subscribe button, and also feel free to head on over and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And with that out of the way, let's get started in today's video. Okay guys, so the first two that we'll pit together are DIOR Poison Girl and Valentino Donna Born in Roma. So these are two really, I would say these are pretty popular in sort of nighttime sexy date night scents, and that's really what they have in common. Other than that, they don't smell very similar at all. Poison Girl is kind of a almondy, creamsicle-y fragrance. It's a very sexy, sweet, kind of youthful, fun, flirtatious fragrance, and let me just take the lid off here. Yes, and it really does have this sort of bright, creamsicle-y component to it. It's very sweet, very girly, very flirtatious, and this one I think is widely regarded as a very sexy, flirty perfume. And then we have Valentino Donna Born in Roma, which is a more of a vanilla, fruity, woody fragrance. And this one is a little bit more mature. It still is a young, kind of a playful, flirty perfume. I would say that both of them would work for a younger crowd, and this one has a bit more of a deep, woody, more complex nature to it. Also, the bottle is stunning. I have to admit, I am partial to Valentino. I absolutely love Valentino. Everything about them, the branding, the studs, the shoes. I have a pair of Valentino shoes. They're like my babies. They're my favorite thing. And I do have to say, you guys, that personally, my preference is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. The reason for that is because it's just a little bit more dark and sophisticated, and there's something about it that I really, really just love. It kind of just gets me. It really gets me. I really, really like that one. I've also worn it a few times. As you can see, there's a little bit missing. It is one of my favorite perfumes to grab if I don't know what to wear, although lately I haven't been giving enough of my perfumes any attention. But yeah, my personal preference, if I could only keep one of these, you guys, would be Valentino Donna Born in Roma, just because that's my own personal preference. However, I do need to try wearing this on a date and see how it goes over, and oftentimes I find if you wear a perfume out for a special event or a date and it turns out to be a really, really good date, or you have so much fun or whatever, it becomes kind of memorable, and then you attach scent memories to a perfume, and then sometimes you love that perfume just a little bit more. So that very well could happen with Poison Girl, but so far the winner is Valentino Donna Born in Roma for me. The next two that we'll pit together is Delina Eau de Parfum and Delina Exclusif. And this is a question that I get asked a lot. Actually, another question I get asked a lot is, do I prefer Delina Exclusif or Oriana? A lot of people have told me, because they want to blind buy one, and they ask me what would be the better blind buy, Oriana or Delina Exclusif. So anyway, we'll talk about that in a moment. But between these two here, you guys, I have to say, it is a very hard decision for me to make. If you would have asked me the same question 6 months ago, my immediate hands down choice would have been Delina Exclusif without a second thought, because that has been kind of my baby. I love Delina Exclusif. Hi guys, so I am so sorry. Halfway through filming my Delina versus Delina Exclusif, for some reason it quit filming me. So I wanted to just quickly let you know which one was my preference. I do apologize for the sound quality here. I am away from home and do not have my microphone, so I'm literally just talking into the laptop. But between Delina and Delina Exclusif, I give them a tie, because I cannot choose between either or. I love them both so much. They're a little bit different. The Delina Exclusif is a little bit more creamy, vanillic, a little bit more powdery, full-bodied, whereas the Delina original is more tart, sweet, musky, and a little bit brighter. but both of them have this really beautiful feminine quality to them, and I honestly cannot decide between the two. So like I say, if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have hands down said Exclusif, but these days I cannot choose, you guys. I actually have grown to love Delina so much. So these two are a tie. Now let's get back to the good audio. So next we have a couple of body sprays from the Brazilian Crush Cheirosa line, and this is from Sol de Janeiro. So we have Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 62 and Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 39. So you guys can probably guess already which one of these I prefer. If you know the answer, leave it down below. I'll give you a couple of seconds. My preference is not to have coconut. I do not like coconut. I'm not a coconut girl. So my preference is the 62. You guys, there is something about this 62. This is a pistachio and salted caramel fragrance. It smells very summery, but at the same time, it's very all year round. It smells just like a soft, buttery woman, is what I think. And I might be a little bit jaded because I think I've told the story. I was actually wearing both of these in the body cream version, and I had them layered together, but this cream sort of took over. It was like the stronger one, and I remember I was spending a night with my partner that night, and you guys, my boyfriend just went crazy. Like, for some reason, men really like these fragrances, and you know how he described it? He said that I just smell so soft. He just said, you smell so soft. And so I guess, I mean, it does smell, it does have a very soft, like skin-like quality to it, and it's not overpowering, it's not in your face, it's just very sensual. This one is very nice too, the 39. This is the coconut cream and toasted praline. But I don't care for it that much, you guys, because I have to be honest, I really don't like coconut. Like, every time I've tried to have a coconut fragrance in my collection, I have let go of every single one, and I'm kid you not. Even Sun-Kissed Hibiscus, which I told you guys I really liked, and I did really like it. That one had some amber in it. It was really good. I still ended up letting it go because deep down in my gut, like in my core, I don't like coconut. I just can't do it. So yeah, this one I actually think I might declutter, you guys, because the only time I really like wearing the 39 is mixed together with the 62. So yeah, the winner for me, the clear winner for me here is the Brazilian Crush 62. So the next two is one that I've already discussed in a previous video, but I'm going to revisit it again here because I will be decluttering one of these ones. And I wanted to let you guys know where I'm at with that. So I do have MONTALE Chocolate Greedy, which is a powdery cacao vanilla with a little tiny bit of coffee and a bit of a dried fruit component. Very, very powdery, really does give off that sensation of like Cocoa Puffs, chocolate puffs, like cereal initially, which can be off-putting, and it's enough to make you want to turn the other way until you actually wear it and let it dry down. Then it becomes this heavenly, soft, chocolatey vanilla that I just cannot get enough of. That's my Chocolate Greedy. Love that one. That was a blind buy last year. Turned out to be a really good blind buy. Then we have Choco Violette, which is a dark chocolate violet fragrance. There is also vanilla in here, I believe, and there's also mandarin orange, and I think even a little bit of bergamot in the opening. So this one has the addition of flowers, and it also has the addition of a brighter, fruitier component, and it has dark chocolate as opposed to cacao. So this one is a little bit less powdery, still very heavy. These two smell very, very similar. That's why I'm putting them together. A lot of people have been asking me which one would I pick if I could only pick one. And when I told you guys in my last video, I told you that my gut was telling me Choco Violet. However, you guys, I compared them again side by side, one on each arm, and I have to tell you, Chocolate Greedy still has my heart. This one still has my heart, even though I really don't like the bottle that much because it feels like there's nothing in here. It's kind of flimsy. I don't like that it doesn't have a cap because I can't come up and smell it. It's like you almost can't smell anything because there's no cap. If this was in a nicer bottle, that would be great, but you guys, I loved wearing this last year. I enjoyed it so much, and the dry down of this is just for me like the perfect cozy chocolatey vanilla. It's heavenly for me. I love it. So the winner here for me is Chocolate Greedy, and I certainly don't need both because they are quite similar, and I decided that the Choco Violet initially is extremely strong for me, and I don't know if I love the opening. It kind of takes too long for me to get to that nice sweet kind of addictive dry down that I like, and because they're so similar, I don't need both. So I'm going to be decluttering Choco Violet. So the next two is kind of a more fair comparison because they're a little bit more similar. Although Oriana is often compared to Love Don't Be Shy, and I have Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So this is Parfums de Marly Oriana versus by Kilian Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. This is a very, very hard decision for me, you guys, because I love both of these. These are not just a 8 out of 10 for me. These are both like a 10 out of 10 for me. I love them both. So Oriana, of course, is a bright, happy, fruity, orangey, marshmallow, orange blossom fragrance. It has whipped cream, it has marshmallow, it's musky, it has a lot of orange, it has a little bit of raspberry. So it's got this like little bit of a berry fruitness, but overall for me, it is an orangey, orange blossom, marshmallow is kind of what this is. Very feminine, very creamy. It does have that chantilly cream and it does have that musk. Very sexy, good for date night. I love this, compliment getter, easy to wear. This is a very easy reach for me, which is too bad because it's expensive, but this is one of my easiest reach perfumes of the moment. Lasting power, about 5 or 6 hours on my skin, maybe a little bit longer. Eternal on my clothing. And then we have Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, which is a marshmallow, rose, and I think orange blossom scent. So they're kind of similar, but this one is more powdery, this one is rosy, this one is marshmallow. It's not as fruity or sweet as Oriana. It also feels heavier and deeper and denser and has a little bit better longevity. I love them both, you guys. I think if I absolutely had to make a decision, like you sat me down and said you can only pick one of them has to go, I would pick Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. And the reason I would pick Love Don't Be Shy Extreme is because, not that I don't love Oriana, they're both on par for me, I love them both equally, but I would choose this one because it does have a little bit more heaviness and depth to me. And I don't know, I just love marshmallow, and this one is a super heavy overdose of marshmallow, and it's not quite so bright and fruity. And so for me, I'm more about those deeper, darker, more comforting, cozy, sensual fragrances and less about the bright, fruity summertime. That's just kind of my vibe. So if I had to pick just one, I would probably go with Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, even though I would not want to get rid of one or the other, and I'm certainly not contemplating decluttering. Absolutely not. Like, both of these are loves for me. So yeah, but if I had to pick, it would be Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So the next two that we'll put together are Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 71, which is the caramelized vanilla and macadamia, and the Brazilian Crush 40, which is the black amber, plum, and vanilla woods. So as you can see, I've already used up a pretty good chunk of my 40, and that has just been over the last couple weeks. However, I do spray a lot. Like, I spray a lot of this because it isn't very strong. It is a body mist. They're not super long lasting. They're not super bold or far projecting. I really like this for the gym, actually. I find that it's not too heavy. It's not too in anybody's face. And at the same time, there is this sort of sweet, plummy sexiness about it. This actually reminds me a lot of Michael Kors Midnight Shimmer, which I really miss. I'm kind of regretting that I ever let go of Midnight Shimmer because I love how this smells so much, and this smells so close to Midnight Shimmer. This also smells a lot like Vanilla Woods from the 7 Virtues. So I'm learning that I really like that woody vanilla concept with a little bit of fruit. Woody vanilla with a little bit of fruit, something to elevate it, something to make it more juicy, and I really, really like this one. I find it very sexy, very girly, very easy to wear. The 71 is a cozy, more sort of fall time, crunchy leaves on the ground, fireplace, marshmallow fireside, by the fireplace kind of vibes. And to be really honest, you guys, although I like it, it's very, very sweet. It's almost a little too gourmand for me. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this one, to be really honest with you. So my personal preference between these two, if you ask me, and that doesn't mean everyone will feel the same way because I know a lot of people who love this one, my personal preference is the 40. If I could only pick one, this one wins because I find it easy to wear. I really love it. It's just a subjective thing. Longevity-wise and performance-wise, you guys, the 71 is definitely heavier, and I think it does last a little bit longer. I haven't really tested them side by side, but I do feel that the 71 has more presence. It's more bold, it's richer, it's deeper, thicker, darker. But keep in mind, I don't love Replica by the Fireplace. Like, that perfume does not work for me. It's too heavy and dense and thick, and I don't want to smell like roasted nuts or whatever by a fireplace. It's just not my vibe. It doesn't work for me. So I think that that's where this one rubs me. It smells incredible, don't get me wrong, but I do have to say that my preference is the 40. So now we have a battle of the vanillas, and you guys, this could be its own video, and I might still do a different video with all of my vanilla perfumes and talk about the differences and which I prefer more. But these are my three of my favorite vanilla perfumes that have some similarities, which is why I wanted to discuss them together. So we have Kayali Vanilla, which is a vanilla orchid brown sugar type of vanilla. Very sexy, very sweet, really easy to wear, super easy grab and go. As you can see, it has the biggest dent of any of my perfumes, which really isn't very fair because I just got this one. We also have Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille, which is a sort of a chocolatey influenced, a little bit of a violet, dried fruit, sort of a chocolatey orange background to it. This one actually has some similarities to Choco Violet, and this one is very cozy, very comforting. Again, it's a pretty easy reach. I get compliments on it. Not the greatest performance on skin, but on clothing it lasts a really long time, and again, I spray all my perfumes on my clothing, so it doesn't matter. And then we have the most expensive one here, which is from the Guerlain L'Arte Limitaire collection, and this is Spiriteuese Double Vanille. And this is a new one to my collection, and this is your sort of boozy, very sweet, sort of bright vanilla, a little bit more floral components, definitely a little bit more complex than the other ones that are sitting here. And this one is very date night, sexy, sultry, lasts forever. Super enjoyable to wear, you guys. Super, super enjoyable. Kayali Vanilla and Spiriteuese Double Vanille are actually similar to me. They have a similar component because both of them are kind of this bright, sweet vanilla. Super, super sexy, really easy to wear. If I was gonna choose a vanilla for a date night, I would go with Vanilla 28 or Spiriteuese, either or. But I think I would pick Kayali for a more casual date, and I would pick Spiriteuese for a more formal date, an actual like going out date, although you could wear either. Whereas Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille is a little bit more of a chocolatey, bitter sort of a vanilla. It's not quite so sweet. It doesn't smell super special occasion to me. And it's a very casual vanilla. And what I get the most out of here, I actually get a lot of those kind of dried fruit components, which I don't always love. On my skin, the kind of dried fruit, bitter orange sort of component comes out on my skin a lot more. On clothing, it's more vanilla. On my skin, it's more fruity. So that's what I get from this one. And if I'm being really honest, you guys, my favorite vanillas here are definitely Kayali 28 and Spiriteuese Double Vanille. If I could do it all over again, I would get these two, and I don't know if I would buy the Orchidee Vanille again. I love Orchidee Vanille, don't get me wrong, it's very comforting, very cozy, amazing fall scent. I think it suits fall perfectly. It makes me want to put on a big chunky cable knit sweater and just be outside where it's cool. And you know, when I'm running my errands and stuff, I like to smell sweet and comforted, and that's what Orchidee Vanille does for me. It's a very comforting fragrance. But if I want to smell sexy, if I want to smell girly, flirty, flirtatious, feminine, I definitely would go for Kayali or Spiriteuese. So my two winners, and I love them both equally, I don't think I would want to pick either or. My two winners are definitely Kayali 28 and Spiriteuese Double Vanille. And if I had to choose between these two, that's a tough one. It's honestly a tough one. Oh gosh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because both of these are incredible. My boyfriend loves both of them. They're great for date nights. I love wearing both of them. But you know, if I absolutely had to pick, I would go with Spiriteuese Double Vanille. And the reason I would do that is because this one has everything. This is sweet, it is sexy, it is complex. It's mysterious, it's long-lasting, it's a bright, beautiful vanilla that I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy wearing. Like, I cannot get enough of this when I wear it, you guys, which is really unfortunate because it's expensive. It is the most pricey one in my whole, probably one of the most expensive perfumes I have in my entire collection. I actually have it on my shirt right now because I've been wearing it on my lounge shirt at home, and it lasts forever in your clothing, you guys. Like, you will smell this on yourself for days on your clothing. It just smells super, super incredible. If I could only keep one out of these three, it would be Spiriteuese Double Vanille. Okay, you guys, so that is it for my winners, if you want to call them that, from today's video. So these are the ones that are arguably some of my favorite perfumes in my collection. And let's be clear, I love most of the perfumes I just talked about, but these are the ones that if I had to keep only one or whatever, these would be the ones I would pick out of that comparison. So let me just give you a quick little recap. So we have Delina and Delina Exclusif. We have Chocolate Greedy from MONTALE. We have Cheirosa 62, Cheirosa 40. Back here we have Killian Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. We have Spiriteuese Double Vanille from Guerlain. We have Kayali 28. And we have Valentino Donna Born in Roma. And yeah, so these are arguably some of my favorite perfumes in my entire collection, and they are the ones that quote unquote won out of today's video. So that's it, and thank you guys so much for watching. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.